On June, like footprints in the sand, waiting on June. That's the story of my life. Me and Jesus standing here till she walks through that light, waiting on June. Now that sounds like one heck of a fine relationship. Fine relationship. Since 45, I touched her skin in the middle of the night. Now the grandma died in 2009. I don't know when he died. That's a long time. And as far as I know, I'm kind of an expert on these things. I want you to know I've been married for like 3.5 years. I'm an expert. So as far as I know, the only way to get a perfect marriage like that song is if you never fight, right? No. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I have some things to learn from y'all. No, even the funny little bits that you turn that fork so slow. You turn that fork so slow. Honey, the fork. Just turn the fork, eat the food. You can see how these little things start to add up. And I think these two in this song, and any marriage that lasts for any time, any friendship that lasts for any time, any siblings who get together and they last, anyone. Anyway, the connection you get, for it to get stronger, you need a little tension. You need a few disagreements. And Holly Williams' grandparents, over their whole time, must have gone through some hard fights and some making up and some regular conflicts and some compromises and all of that. The world is the kind of place, I believe, this is a belief that I hold about God's creation. The world is the kind of place where real strength and real relationship and real love comes partly out of healing, out of that process of healing from the cracks that inevitably happen in the passage of time. I just think that real love expands partly in the world we live in the business of just doing life together with all the messiness that is. I don't know if that's an accident or if God planned it that way. I'm a little mad if God planned it that way because it's hard work. But connection seems to deepen when you get through stuff together, when you join forces to fight that thing, and sometimes when you face each other over and over against things big and small. And what's bigger, what's heavier than the issues we face coming to the end of a life? And I don't know which is more spiritually powerful for someone who is dying and they can let go and make peace, or someone who is with the dying and they can let go and make peace. I don't know which one is more transformative, but having that kind of ending or new beginning, that's right in front of you. That's what the Christian church says. Every ending is a new beginning. I don't want this to sound callous, but that is end of life thing always is an opportunity. Death is an opportunity for us to work through some of the most messy stuff with our neighbors and our loved ones. Before it, after it, in it, through it, all of it. And I want you to think about it this way. Just for a second, let's just pause for a second. How do you want to die? Anyone want to die tomorrow? No. Long time from now. Anyone want to die suffering? No. As comfortable as medicine can give it to me. Anyone want to die in a flash? I mean, maybe, but I kind of want to be asleep. I want to be able to put everything together and be asleep. Anyone want to die alone? I mean, maybe you think that, but you want to be surrounded by your loved ones when it comes to it. Anyone want to die with like a pocket full of regrets? No. We have a lot of time, many of us have time, to tie up loose ends. And I pray we take that chance. It's one of the great things you can do in your life is to tie up those loose ends. And loose ends tied up, there's a churchy word for that. There's a word that you say it mostly in churches, sometimes in legal things, but reconciliation. That's the churchy word for I'm going to tie up those loose ends. And the process of reconciliation, one of the things, it takes a lot, one of the things it takes to get there is a whole bunch of forgiveness and mercy and grace. This is what I think about forgiveness. I think it's weird. I think forgiveness is weird. And I'm fine with weird. Like, this is not a statement about Hansen's psychology. It probably is. But this is a theological statement, because every religion out there has some weird stuff to it. Every religion. And this is not a value judgment. For me, when weird things hurt people, I call that crazy, and I don't like crazy. I don't like my religion's crazy. Weird, have all you want. I mean, to me, you want to believe in talking snakes? You have at it. Genesis says it, you grab onto it. If you don't want to believe in talking snakes, fine, we can hang out a little bit more. If you want to believe in, bodily resurrection on the third day of Easter there, on that third day, fantastic. It's kind of weird. But it's fine. As long as you don't tell someone, like, you're going to go to hell if you don't agree with me, then good, believe all you want. You want to believe in gold-plated streets and pearly gates and fat babies playing harps on clouds? Have at it. It's all you want. I think it's weird. To believe the words in that book are special, or the words in any book are somehow special, is kind of a weird thing to believe in, but a lot of us do that. And for me, because I've grown up in a culture that doesn't model forgiveness, you never see it on TV. Because I live in a culture that really rarely even thinks about it. There's no stories out there that have taken the amount of, the movies out there might be a little bit on forgiveness, but our culture doesn't appreciate it. And so I grew up with the idea that forgiveness is weird. Forgiving our enemies is weirder. And I know Jesus said it, he was serious about it, but can't I just pray a little more instead? Maybe just not do something bad, and I don't have to forgive. Maybe I can offer a goat and get away from it all. Chances are you've never heard the story that Mark read today. You may have, if you read through the Bible in a whole year, you've read through that story and you just forgot it. It's never preached in a church, never. That's a funeral, one of the rare funerals in the Bible. But it's a bunch of brothers with their own history, some forgiveness, some lingering issues, and they go back to bury their dad, to honor him and to mourn and to celebrate. Many of us have been in these situations. Now, the subtlety of that story is they go to a big flat area where normally people would thresh grain. They get it ready to make bread. And what that means, that little subtle clue in there, is they want a special place, a clean place that no one's going to be at, where they can be together, just them, just family and friends, and honor this guy for a whole week. They wanted somewhere where they had no distractions, no difficulty. They could just be together. I think it makes sense. And it also makes sense, and more obvious part of the story is that after the funeral, the tension becomes obvious. What Mark read for us, there's this easy tension where the brothers are worried and they lie to him and all that. What about beforehand? What about walking from Egypt back home? Do you think any of them were holding onto that tension, biting their fingernails, worried about what would happen? I mean, Joseph, for goodness sake, his brothers sold him into slavery, and they are reasonably worried that in this state of grief, he might want to get them back. In a state of grief, we will do things that our normal minds would never put up with. I've been part of that kind of family where every slight is held, every mercy is slim, and the hurts just kind of keep hurting. But instead, Joseph takes this time, of all times, to drive it home that loose ends can be tied up. Was it all okay? I don't know. Were they healing? Absolutely. They were moving in the right direction. Now, it does not have to happen on a deathbed or in a church funeral or something like that, but what an opportunity to say, I'm sorry, thank you, forgive me, I love you. And I hope that you can take the opportunity and live your life so that it comes at a time where those are the sorts of things that come straight from your heart at the most important time. Amen.
Warming up.